What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautifully warm Tuesday. Doing well myself. Come across a couple of stories right here. I got 2 for 1 for you today. Okay? And it's all about South Korea. South Korea must be a very, very brutal place. So much to the point to where a robot that works a 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. job for a whole entire year decided he couldn't take it no more and killed himself. That's right, you heard me. Second story, well, apparently you can't watch dramas over there in Korea, well, South Korea, because as this story has it right here, 30 teenagers was executed because they watched South Korean dramas. Okay, that's what it is. That's what these stories say right here. I don't know, but let's get into them. Now, we're going to start over here with the first one. With this overworked South Korean AI robot commit suicide. Netizens say even robots are fed up. I can't believe this. Even robots don't even want to work. He only worked for a year, and he worked 9 hours a day. I guess that was too much on him, but now, as the story says right here, it says an AI robot employed as a civil servant by the Gumi City Council in South Korea was found unresponsive by staff. The bot had allegedly fallen down a flight of stairs at around 4 p.m. on June 27, 2024. The robo supervisor was employed by the government as a civil servant in August 2023. It worked from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. like a regular employee. The council bot possessed a civil servant card and handled tasks called elevators. The robot was found smashed and defunct in the stairwell between the second and first floor of the council building. Per witnesses, the robot was seen to be circling around a specific spot before the incident occurred. Officials stated that pieces of the robot have been collected for forensics examination. The robot was developed by California-based Bear Robotics. Unlike other bots, the now defunct robot was not restricted to just the first floor. It had access to elevators and could navigate between the 2 floors, performing a variety of tasks, including assistance with document delivery, city promotions, and helping the locals with relevant information. The bizarre incident has sparked concerns among citizens, netizens, that this could be a case of work-related stress. Y'all gotta excuse me. To continue instigating the robot to unalive itself. Robots make up for a significant chunk in the South Korean, Japanese, and Singapore workforce, primarily due to labor shortages. Will this be the first and the last of such cases? Okay. So, even a robot thinking, man, I'd rather be dead than to be, slaving my life away from 9 in the morning to 6 in the evening, for a whole entire year. This circuit board connected with a bucket of bolts, you know what I mean? And washers and everything else that's the kind of sense he had. He was thinking so when they seen him circling, he was basically just trying to figure this thing out. Went into a panic and said just, fuck it, boom, and then that was over with. You know what I'm talking about? Throwed his dumb ass down the stairs and pieces of him was found. He must have fell hard. You know what I mean? Just falling down the stairs and whatever. Couldn't handle the work, so I don't know. If you got robots doing stuff like that, they're going to be very, very hard to actually replace, robots. Well, replace human beings with robots. That's basically the way it goes. Now, to get into this other story right here. This is crazy right here, though. Ain't nothing funny about this. South Korea is just too brutal. I mean, hell, even if they was watching South Korean dramas, hell, they was in y'all country. I mean, what would you have them on TV for? Y'all just gonna, this is crazy. But let's get into the story right here. News outlet claimed North Korea publicly executed 30 teenagers for watching South Korean dramas. News reports have claimed that Northern Korean regiment murdered 30 middle schoolers who were caught watching K-dramas. This is crazy, man. Reports from South Korea news outlets Chosun TV and Korea Jung-ain Daily claimed that the teenagers were publicly shot for watching the dramas. Okay? Look, and I guess I don't know if this them right there bound or whatever, and then you got the executioner right here with the AK or whatever it is. You know, I can't understand this. Let's get into the story right here. While media broadcasts are strictly controlled, it's believed that the TV shows were smuggled across the border on pirated USB sticks. An unnamed South Korean Unification Ministry official told Korea Jung-ain Daily it is widely known that North Korean authorities strictly control the harshly punished residents based on the three so-called evil laws. The totalitarian North maintained very strict control over the culture that its citizens are permitted to consume. This includes extreme hostility to any influence deemed to come from South Korea, including any media produced in South Korea. The hostility is so extreme that North Koreans are reportedly barred from using dialects and language associated with the South, as this could be seen as an indication that they are consuming Southern media. So ain't gonna be no rapping over there. Y'all ain't gonna do no rapping. Y'all ain't watching. It ain't gonna be no ass bouncing. None of that. You understand? They catch you doing that. But this, man, what an example. You know, this is tyrannical as far as I'm concerned. But let's continue. One aspect of this is North Korea's reactionary ideology and culture rejection art, which makes it illegal to decimate any media originating in South Korea, Japan, or the USA. Okay, so yeah, disseminate, that is, not decimate, but disseminate. So you can't even watch nothing that comes from these places like this. You know, not even South Korea, Japan, none of them fire sticks, whatever them, you know, these little sticks they be having for you to be able to watch. We just go over and just go to Walmart willingly, you know what I'm saying, or Best Buy and buy them and get all these channels and stuff. Not over there in South Korea. So they don't want no kind of influence on these people right here. You know, that's just what it is. So I know you ain't watching no rap, but anyway, to continue, while the report of 30 children being killed have not been independently verified, Greg Scarlatour, the executive director of the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, told Business Insiders, under the circumstances created by the intensified crackdown on information from from the outside world initially conducted under the pretext of COVID. These reports are definitely plausible. In 2024, South Korea's Ministry of Unification published a report on crackdowns against foreign influence in the highly isolated country. It said that civilians are prohibited from using South Korean style language, and things such as wearing a white wedding dress are viewed as reactionary. So they even if a woman puts on a white wedding dress, you know, they looking like that. You challenging us. You know, this is crazy. Speaking to news outlet, the Korea Herald, a defector from the North said that in 2020, parents were told to ensure their children were not exposed to improper video content. Okay? I mean, look, I don't blame them in a sense from, keeping that kind of influence from over there, but damn, this is tyrannical right here, and it's beyond just being harsh. You know what I'm saying? Put their ass, make them do a bunch of push-ups or some shit. Don't kill them. What kind of mess is that? But see, this is the way it is in other countries. Now to continue here, disturbing and disseminating prohibited content can have dire consequences for anyone caught doing it. A UN Secretary General report from 2022 wrote that a man from Gangwon province was killed by firing squad in public. Meanwhile, a separate report in 2024 from the South Korean Unification Ministry described how a 22-year-old man from the South Hangwon, I know I messed it up, but be as is, province, was publicly executed for listening to 70 South Korean songs. Damn! Watch these 3 movies and distributing them to others. So he watched 3 movies, listened to some 70 songs and distributed them to others. And they killed him for that. Okay? His death came after Neighborhood Watch unit allegedly reporting him for selling digital content which had originated in South Korea. Since the Korean peninsula split in 1948, both the communist North and capitalist South have claimed sole control over the peninsula. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that. Peninsula, that's what it is. Despite initially benefiting from Soviet support, since the collapse of the Soviet Union, North Korea has become increasingly isolated and cut off from the rest of the world. And that's the way they want to keep it. And they can keep it like that by me. Because I wouldn't go over there if they paid me to. I am serious. Ain't enough. You couldn't offer me enough money to go over there. You understand what I'm saying? They probably would take you out just because you are already, pre-influenced by the Western ways. They don't want you teaching their kids that. But these people are actually dying to try to get, entertainment from the West or what have you. You see? But they don't want that. They don't want them swayed like that. But I still say this is a very, very brutal way to enforce a law. Taking lives like that. To me, it's not justified. That's just the way I feel about it. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about these stories right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.